Hello, and welcome to the Introduction to Succession Link webinar. I'm your host, Jack, and I'll be taking you through a few things about Succession Link that you may not already be aware of. I always like to start off by observing that Succession Link, it would be fair to categorize the company purely as a technology company, since we do offer the industry's first online, peer-to-peer networking and communications platform. Our platform operates entirely on an annual subscription basis, allowing our subscribers to create their own profiles, and then our paid subscribers will be able to reach out to one another directly through our online searchable marketplace. But what we don't do is get involved in the transactions that happen or the contacts that happen between our subscribers. We're not an advisor, we're not a consultant, we're not a broker. We actually have no direct involvement at all in the outcome of any of the contacts that might develop between our subscribers. Because of that, we have no commission structure. Also because of that, we have no way of offering measurements of the success or failure of those contacts because we're simply not involved in those. A fair analogy as to how our marketplace actually functions would be to compare the technology that underlies our marketplace with the same kind of technology that you find running in the back end of most of today's online dating sites. A lot of parallels between the two sites. For example, in the dating site world and in our world, the individual subscribers must create their own profiles, and those profiles, for better or for worse, become a representation of that individual or that practice that all of the other subscribers can see. In essence, in both the dating site world and in our world, your profile becomes your online digital billboard that shouts to all of our other subscribers, "Hey, look at me. This is why I'm great. Let's talk." Also, in both the dating site world and in our world, only the paid subscribers can fully participate. The other ones with complete access to our internal two-way messaging utility. And like on the dating sites, our subscribers are using that utility for pretty much the same purposes. They are reaching out to each other, they are sharing their profiles with each other, and they are doing their very best to try to impress each other. In the end, some of them talk, some of them don't. A few lucky ones will wind up sharing coffee and donuts some morning in the future. The greatest functional distinction, of course, is that in our world, we're rather heavily tilted in one direction. Like the industry as a whole, we have a lot more buyers right now than any other subscriber type. When you look at our environment, you are going to notice that there's a smaller segment of seller subscribers who are being very heavily courted by a much larger segment of buyer subscribers. It does mean that our marketplace is highly competitive. It does offer some challenges, and it does demand from the buyer subscribers in particular that they must have both a strong profile and a good approach if they want to be successful at reaching out to the various sell or merge opportunities that they may find on the marketplace. What I always like to start off with is a view of that marketplace. So let's go there right now. What we're looking at right now is called the dashboard. The dashboard is really just the results of what you define as your own automated searches, what we call opportunity filters. The term opportunity filter is a really cool marketing term for something that's really nothing more than an automated search filter. A search agent that goes out and does your searching for you. It will trigger anytime a new profile is created that matches what you defined as your preferences. And you can define your preferences here by going to your opportunities and preferences page. And let's take a look at some of the typical filters. This would be a filter for someone who is searching for a seller in and around the area of San Diego, California. There are other factors you can put in here, like minimum AUM, maximum AUM, whether they are 100% fee or some lesser amount of fee as opposed to commission, which custodian, which broker-dealer they're affiliated with, and so on. Once you save the filter, it begins to work as soon as a new profile appears within our marketplace that matches what you're looking for. When we go to the marketplace list view, we're not doing an automated search. We're doing a manual search interactively. In this case, I'm looking for all advisors in and around San Diego. Well, I can see there's quite a few in the San Diego area. And I can narrow that search down by looking just for sellers, or just for those finding a successor, or just those looking to join the practice, and so on. So I got a lot of flexibility and ability to do tailored searches interactively. And I can tailor the automated searches of the opportunity filters pretty similarly. Now, in this case, I'm logged in as a Lite subscriber. Lite subscribers have unlimited access to unlimited replies within our engagements messaging utility. I can only send a maximum of 3 new messages each month. Whereas if I were a Premier subscriber, I would be able to send up to 30, but both enjoy unlimited replies. Basic subscription is free, and it's free for a reason. The basic subscriber can do searches and look at these results you see right here, but they can't really go much further. They can't look at the deeper details of the matches. Now, Lite and Premier subscribers can go to the next step, looking into those deeper details. In this case, we're looking at a basic subscriber in San Diego, a 60 million AUM. He's looking to sell his practice. Well, we can read his overview field. We can look at his business mix information. We can see which clearing firm and custodians he's affiliated with. We can see what other business he's doing, whether those are mutual funds or insurance or what have you. And we see what kind of technology solutions he's already implemented at his practice. And this is fairly representative of the type of subscriber you would have access to review. And if you are a paid subscriber, again, this only works for Lite-enabled and Premier-enabled subscribers. If you wish to make contact with them, you click on the contact button, bring up the engagement and conversation form, create a subject line, create a message, send it off to them. And that's how all contact is initiated within the marketplace. Now, you will notice, looking at this typical listing, there is no mention of a phone number or email address. Most of our subscribers do not disclose that in their profiles. Those that do will list it here in the overview field where all the other paid subscribers can actually see it. But since most of them don't do that, most of the time we're going to be using our internal two-way messaging utility that is double blind. And if there is such a thing as a typical message, would be the paid buyer subscriber sending that first outreach message to the paid seller subscriber. And if the seller replies and the conversation begins, both parties will typically remain anonymous until they both agree that they're comfortable sharing more intimate details like phone numbers, email addresses, location to meet, that sort of thing. And that's where we really find the chief utility of the succession link marketplace. It's the ability to search for others that you want to try to start conversations with. Now, in addition to the features I've already shown you, there's a lot more. And we do offer coaching sessions if you would like to learn more about the best practices for buyer subscribers or best practices for seller subscribers. Excuse me. And you can also have access to the articles or FAQs and their videos, whether you are a basic subscriber or a paid subscriber. Basically, the difference between the paid subscriptions and the basic subscriptions is that basic subscribers, as free subscribers, don't have the ability to create new outbound messages. They can't do a search, find somebody they want to contact, and send them a message. They can reply if somebody else contacts them. They can read those messages, but they can only reply to 3 of those per month. A Lite subscriber, like the one you're looking at here, would pay $297 per year. They would have unlimited replies and the ability to create a maximum of 3 new outbound engagement messages per month. A Premier subscriber would have the same ability, but then their number of new outbound engagement creations would be 30 rather than 3. There are other minor differences, but you can go to the pricing page at successionlink.com/pricing, and you can look at the various different pricing options, for the membership plans. Each of these is broken down. Be sure to click on these individual sections down here to expand them and read the full text of each of the different types of platform access, marketplace access, access to the deal terms calculator, that sort of thing. Well, if you are already signed up, all you need to do is come here and click on either of these two to upgrade to Lite or to upgrade to Premier. If you're not already signed up, you can go to our page to create a profile. I'll show you a little bit about that here in just a moment. When I go to successionlink.com, this is the page that I'll be dropped into. There's actually some good information here, like the total number of members within the marketplace. Currently hovering, as of this recording, at 21,000 plus. And we can also see the total number of engagements. These are the total number of messages going back and forth between our subscribers. But if I choose to create a new free basic profile, I just simply click on the sign up, go to the logon widget, fill in this basic information. More is always better, but you can join the marketplace with just a minimum amount of information. But keep in mind that this is a peer-to-peer marketplace. The call requests for contact, they happen between our subscribers directly, not through anyone here at Succession Link. We don't act as intermediaries. We're just the operators of the online searchable marketplace and the providers of that channel to connect between two subscribers. I thank you for joining us, and if you have other questions, please go to successionlink.com and either create a new support request if you're already signed up as a subscriber, or send an email to info@successionlink.com. You can also access our online chat feature here on our homepage. You can ask questions that way. Thank you for joining us, and have a great day.